It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 27th of May. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather unchanged today, which means we'll have the sun out at times and a passing storm from time to time. But by the end of the week, we see a surge of dry air coming in here late Friday and Saturday as the weekend begins. But again, today it's the same old song and dance. We have a kind of a disturbed southwest flow aloft with troughing north and west of the state and a pool of deep moisture in place. That's the visible satellite, the radar composite across the region. And again, Alabama dry, got a few spotty showers, but the more organized storms are well to the west over parts of Louisiana. We are in the 60s and 70s to start the day. Upper 60s for Huntsville, Montgomery, Birmingham at 70, Dothan 71, Mobile 77. Highs in the low 80s in most spots today. West of Alabama, we have a flash flood watch for parts of western Mississippi, north Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and northeastern Texas. Otherwise, pretty quiet around the nation this morning. Here's the severe weather outlook for today and tonight. A chance of severe storms from parts of eastern New Mexico and Texas into the deep south. And like recent days, we have a risk defined over Alabama. In like recent days, the main concern, small hail, strong gusty winds. Really no change in the upper air profile. The upper air profile really does not support tornadoes. We have had no tornadoes in the state in recent days. We don't really expect any today. Tomorrow, a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk, basically for Birmingham South. And on day 3, which is Thursday, a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk over the southern half of the state. Same thing, maybe some storms with gusty winds, small hail. And there is an area defined on day 4, which is Friday, east of Alabama for parts of Georgia and the Carolinas. Rain for the next 7 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week. For a pretty good chunk of the state, rain amounts will be in the 2 to 3 inch range. Lighter amounts over the Tennessee Valley. So, model fans, here we go, the GFS. 06C run 4 o'clock today. We have broad troughing north and west of the state. We have a southwest flow aloft here. And again, we'll see developing showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. This is the high-resolution HER model, valid today at 4 o'clock. And remember, the radar will not look exactly like this, but something like this. Just a guideline. And you can see a number of storms will likely be around, not raining everywhere, but where the storms do form, they could be strong. Again, the chance of some small hail, strong gusty winds. Tomorrow looks like the storm should be fewer in number. In fact, let's look at the high-resolution HER model. This is valid tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Really not showing much. So we might get a break from the rain. We'll still mention scattered showers and storms tomorrow. But then on Thursday, we'll probably see an increase again in the number of showers and storms, but not raining everywhere, not raining all day. And then Friday, we got a surface low that's near Pittsburgh and a front pushing through down below that. And we'll have showers and storms in advance of that. But for the northern half of the state, it could be the better chance of rain will be Friday morning, with the sky becoming sunny Friday afternoon as dry air works in. And Friday afternoon, the better chance of showers and storms over the southern half of the state. And how about a rain-free day on Saturday? At this point, we're going to forecast a sunny day, lower humidity values. Saturday morning, some of the many spots over North Alabama will likely be in the mid to upper 50s. The high Saturday around 80 should be a very nice day with no rain to deal with. And remember, as we get into June, July, August, if you're new here, almost every day we have scattered, random afternoon and evening storms. So not many more of these totally dry days left. But then Sunday, the GFS hints of an area of showers and storms dropping in from the north late in the day into Sunday night. And then Monday looks relatively dry at this point. And a week from today, this is Tuesday, June the 3rd. Look at that 591 ridge building across the southeastern states. That's going to do a couple of things. Number one, that's going to mean sinking air, subsidence, and not much rain. And number two, heat levels coming up. Down at the surface, looks like a dry day with highs up there close to 90. So again, I think next week will be much drier than this week. In fact, let's keep going. Let's go out 10 days. This is going to be Thursday, June 5th. Got ridging in place, and that looks dry. Rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. The mean between 2 and 3 inches between now and the 11th of June. Temperatures off the national blend of models. Low 80s today and tomorrow. Upper 70s on Thursday and Friday. And look at Saturday morning. 58 for Birmingham. This means many of the cooler pockets over North Alabama could see maybe mid-50s. But then next week, heat levels crank up with upper 80s for much of the week. And the latest long-range guidance. This is for June 3rd through June 9th. With a ridge in place, temperatures will likely be a little above average. On this date, in 1973, so long ago, 52 years ago, on a Sunday night, a horrible F4 tornado tore through the town of Brent. This is an aerial shot of the damage. Brent is in Bibb County, southwest of Birmingham. And we had 5 people that were killed in Brent that night, including one man at the Brent Baptist Church. His name was Andrew Mitchell. He was killed between the evening worship service and training union. And I was actually there right after this happened. I was ending my junior year in high school. And there was an urgent need for volunteers that could provide communication services. There were no cell phones in 1973, and I had a ham radio license. And I went down with some ham radio operators, and the first time I've ever seen tornado damage in my life. And it was a life-changing night for me. And I've always kind of bonded with Brent and the people there. That's the Brent Baptist Church where Mr. Mitchell was killed. Had a chance to share in the church many times over the years. The 50th remembrance service of this was held a couple of years ago at the church. But this was a long-track tornado. It tore through Greensboro initially, came through Brent, and would come through parts of Shelby County, Talladega County, finally lifted near the slope of Mount Cheahaw. What's interesting is the fact that this F4 took out the National Weather Service primary radar site for Alabama, which back then was just southwest of Brent at Pondville. And the radar operators had to seek shelter in a ditch across the street. They didn't have a tornado shelter in the building. You can see the radar antenna was blown off the pedestal. But this is what the radar looked like in 1973. Very crude. It was a different world back then. But again, you could see that supercell with a hook southwest of Brent that came right at that radar and took it out. And again, for a child that was just fascinated by weather, it changed everything. I love storms. I love tornadoes. I wanted them to happen, but after seeing the darkness and the death and the human the destruction, the human impact, it was a life changer for me. So yesterday, we had a bunch of these. Hey, if you watch these videos to the end, I know you're a weather dweeb and you know what's going on here. That is a shelf cloud on the leading edge of storms. And these are common in summertime. And these storms were sub-severe, the ones that came through last night. I know we had some warnings, but they did not produce winds of 58 miles per hour. The gusts were 30, 35, 40. No large hail. But again, those shelf clouds can be rather creepy. But again, you'll see those a lot this summer. And of course, we had all kind of scud going on underneath the shelf clouds, those low-hanging clouds that some people confuse as a tornado, and that's not a tornado, it's a scud cloud. And once again, we had fire in the sky last night. There's some great drone video that was shot over East Alabama as the storms were passing through there. But after the storms, man, oh man, we had some beautiful scenes there. Just gorgeous double rainbow in the sky. So that'll do it this morning. We will have notes over on our blog. That's our supplementary blog that goes with these discussions, alabamawx.com. Next video coming here today by about 2:45. If you're new here, we do these twice a day. And Weather Brains, our weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies, will be produced tonight. We didn't do it last night because of Memorial Day, so it's going to be tonight at 7 o'clock Central on the Weather Brains YouTube channel. youtube.com/weatherbrains. The podcast version comes out late tonight. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.